How many of these episodes have you listened to, Janelle?
Several. I don't know how many. I have so many I've lost count.
That was not convincing.
You're listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com. Is that right, Andy?
Sounds like you said dnugget.com.
Dnugget.
That sounds delicious.
This is my show, and I can say it however I want. And we're here because we're still lingering a few days past Hootie Hoo Day. It's about time. And it is, I don't even know what day it is and what we're going to talk about.
Thursday.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what producer
Thursday,
Sam is there for you,
I'm such an
Janelle.
expert on technological things.
For March 14th.
Thank you, Sam. He's our awesome producer, as you heard. There's Andy. I'm not sure what his role is, except we're going to call him the antagonist of the podcast because he's always asking these stupid questions. And then we have Jenn comforting us in her rocker because
I am sure trying.
It's a comfort to see her rocking back and forth, soothing us all.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And that's it. The floor is whoever. Microphone. Who's got the mic?
All right. Well, for this week, I chose
the
article. And so I in just about every single one of my social media feeds, I'm seeing these advertisements for like the exploding boxes. Like, they have like butterflies that pop out and confetti everywhere, and I hate them.
Well, okay, hold on. I have a question.
Congratulations. Here's a mess.
Because I have never seen a single one of these ads, and we know the internet is just targeted ads. So you, one point, Googled something?
I got one at one point. And so just a quick rundown. A couple years ago, my wife and I both got COVID. We got very, 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 very sick to the point where we almost died. This is a lighthearted podcast. So we're not going right. That said, during recovery, my wife was still in the hospital and I was at home. And then one of my wife's friends, I don't know who she was, and I highly doubt she's going to listen to this podcast. And that said, this lady's heart was definitely in the right place.
Okay, so we need to bless her heart.
Bless her heart, yes. She was super generous for my wife, and I cannot thank her enough for that. That said, she sent both my kids. I want to say they were like early Christmas gifts or something. They were cakes. Mm-hmm. And inside of these boxes was like exploding butterflies. Like when they opened the box, like dozens of these plastic spring-loaded butterflies just came shooting out of them. So mind you, I was recovering from COVID, so I could barely breathe. I could barely move.
Heart issues too, sort of thing, right?
And heart issues and lung issues.
You don't want to be spooked.
Machine. Yeah. Well, and I knew what was coming because my wife was in the hospital and she sent me a text message. She said, "I don't know what's coming, but I'm probably going to say I'm sorry."
That's good.
So we get these, and so we call my wife, put her on the video phone so she can see what all this is, and they open it, and my mom is here taking care of me and my kids while I'm recovering, and these things, just confetti and plastic butterflies, go flying everywhere, and I'm just like, this is the last thing I need. Like, yes, this is great. And both my kids like opened it up and they're like, why? Why would you do this? And the cake wasn't that good. At least okay. Like if you're gonna give somebody a gift, like cake, for instance, you should make sure that the cake is good. And this has nothing to do with the lady that sent them to us. It had everything to do with the company that sent it to us because that cake was not good. It tasted like a Hostess cupcake. It was not that great.
As we say, Hostess cupcakes aren't that bad.
Well, if you're gonna, I looked at how much these things were.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, oh, that's very nice that you spent that much money on us. This gift, this one that I'm looking at online here says this handmade exploding gift box is on sale from $99.99.
Wow.
To $54.99.
Well, that's a bargain. Wow. You should buy it right now.
I would be losing money if I didn't buy this right now.
My favorite thing, Sam, is I'm looking at the real customer reviews on the site. The first one is scared me at first. 5 stars.
Checks out.
Oh my goodness.
I don't feel
like I wish my kids were awake right now so I could get because my daughter was just like, I don't get it.
How old was she?
Well, it was 2 years ago, so she was 9, 10, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that would have been. So it didn't impress them.
No, it didn't. Neither one of my kids was impressed. And and my mom, if you've met her, she wasn't super impressed either. So.
Yeah, she was looking at the giant mess.
Yeah, she's just
Do you think if the setting was different, if you felt better, say like today, if you got one, would your response be different? I still think
these are stupid.
Yeah. You can go ahead and call it the worst. I mean,
the worst.
I was trying not to cuss.
Well, I need to go cancel an order, Sam.
Well, I mean, and anytime that you put the word exploding in something, I feel like that's just asking for trouble. It makes me think of how things have just completely gone off the rails. And Jen, you'd have to. I would love to hear if you did this. Those gender reveals for baby gender reveals now.
Some of those are hilarious.
Did you do one for your child?
No.
For little buddy? Did you do one for little buddy?
Stop. What's his name again?
Little buddy.
Little buddy,
like his legal name,
partner.
Little buddy.
Okay.
It's like the old Homestead Runner. Will brother.
I think gender reveals are really silly. I think for the sake of like a party, it's silly because put yourself like there at the party. There's all this build up. There's the games, whatever, to try to pick your side, whatever. And then the reveal happens, and then what? Do you go home? Yeah. Like, is it over that instant? You just kind of like hang around? Like,
well, you eat cake, surely. Surely
seems anticlimactic.
Just so we're all clear, Andy and Colleen had a gender reveal party.
Oh, did you now?
We did. Yes, we had a custom cake. And it was like Star Wars themed.
Because the cake collapsed a little bit, so you saw the color of it.
Because we didn't know our first two we knew, and then so the third one we wanted to actually have it a little more surprising, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. You know what, Jen? We ate the cake, we hung out. It was an excuse to hang out. I am shocked.
Great, that's fantastic.
No, don't don't you?
I'm happy for you.
Don't
I'm
you?
Not going to do it.
Don't you do this? I'm happy for you stuff. It was fun, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't do one. This is up your alley.
In what way? What are you talking about?
I'm with Andy here. This does seem like something you would do.
This is a Jen thing.
Have you seen those gender reveals where they catch a whole forest on fire?
Well, you don't have
I'm not trying to do that.
Cut into the
cake. There's a homeschool version out there somewhere where you're like hands and then whatever color your hands turn.
I'm not against gender reveals.
For the first time.
Pop a balloon.
For myself, I'm not against gender reveals, but for myself, I'm not going to throw a whole party for it. That seems excessive.
Jen, you don't have to commit arson to celebrate the gender of a child. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Also, I have a lot of little siblings, and it became a joke of them saying, like, you have to, like, do a big party. You have to do it. And I'm like, it just became a joke. I'm like, why? We don't know what the gender is. Like, it has to tell us, because we're in that kind of place in the world.
Right.
Like,
yeah. And so did little buddy tell you?
I mean, check your Discord with him. I think he'd tell you. Or they
After
would tell
all,
you.
you know, babies think they're their mamas. So, I mean, they are confused when they're born.
Baby came out and said,
Yeah.
I'm Jen.
Now, does your baby
didn't
identify as
say
homeschool?
anything. Not currently.
You're
Are you
you're
gonna
not
homeschool
teaching the
your
child
baby?
already?
That was 2 questions at once.
Me first.
What was the question?
Are you going to homeschool him?
I don't know.
Okay, well
know
then,
yet.
in follow-up question, really, haven't you already started?
It's true.
Of course. And look, before public schools, what do people do?
Died.
They sent him to that old schoolhouse where everybody
No.
was in one room.
We
Okay,
left-
and what'd they do before that?
We left him in the cave when we went to go club the dinosaur.
That's
Okay, you
right.
zoomed way too far back.
And if they crawl out of their cave, that was the end of baby.
What they learned was by example. I mean, you know.
It was the school of hard knocks.
Which is a big part of homeschool, actually.
Is leaving them in the cave.
No, is
They
you learn by example. If you don't learn how to sew and match your clothes to the drapes, then sorry about you.
Whoa.
You got to blend
Hold
in so
on.
the dinosaurs don't eat you.
Oh, my word.
What was this episode about again?
That's a good
It
question.
was about those exploding boxes. You know, there,
Yeah.
there is that game, Exploding Kittens. That's a lot of fun. So
That is
That
pretty
is a
fun.
fun game.
Yeah.
See?
it
Kinda
would,
like
it
Exploding
would
Can be fun.
make sense that exploding things were fun. One time we pulled a confetti gun on my husband as he was getting out of the car on his birthday, and about
Oh my.
the expression on his face was priceless. It
For our
scared him at
audio
first.
listeners.
I think
Man, I want to do that and take a slow-mo video. That'd be so fun.
I'll see if I can slow that down.
Well, Janelle, can you just, I don't know if we have the budget. I don't know if we have the effects budget to slow it down. Can you just do it in slow-mo again for us, please?
His
Yeah,
reaction.
reenact
Yes,
it
the
for us.
reaction.
Reenact it in slow motion.
Here we go.
Oh my, he fell over.
Okay.
See,
Cut.
this seems like, this is great because this is going to help us reach a whole different demographic here because we're going into those weird murder podcasts now
It's true.
where the wife ends up killing the husband in weird ways.
Mhm.
So there you go. It was a
with a
confetti
toaster.
cannon.
It's an exploding kitten.
It was a celebration and a funeral all at the same time.
Oh,
I was just
man.
trying to surprise my husband on his birthday, and then he went.
Wow.
Next time on Husband Murders,
Wow.
and that's the nugget.
Oh.
Husband
Thankfully.
Murder is the name of the
This got
show?
so-
Yeah, and you know
dark.
what? If there was a podcast called Husband Murders, my wife would be the first subscriber,
Oh my God.
and it always worries me. And I tell her that. I say, should I be worried that your favorite kind of podcast is women deciding that they don't want to be married in the worst possible way? And she's like, no, we're great. Like, really? We're great.
Your voice go up like that?
That's how you know.
Blink
And that's-
twice if you need help.
That's the nugget. I better go make sure that there's nobody out here.
Uh-oh.